Everybody, Jay Widener here, Reality Check. Thanks for watching. Hit like, subscribe, and all that. We're back reading from Monument to the End of Time, a book I wrote about 22 years ago with the late great Vincent Bridges. And we are now on chapter 2, section 4. And the title is The Threefold Transformation. I'm doing this without a flashlight because I don't want to be accused of MK Ultra or whatever I was being accused of. Also, I want to apologize beforehand. We're having unprecedented windstorm here and drought. So the wind is blowing about 30 to 40 miles an hour at times with blinding dust storms. On top of that, there's a big, huge fire just outside of Santa Fe, which is just south of here. And the winds are blowing north from the south to the north, and we're north. And so we're getting the fires from Santa Fe and the dust from a dust storm, plus just high winds and really dangerous conditions where a single spark could probably light 1,000 acres on fire in with these winds and hardly any time at all. So it's good we're reading about a book about the end of the world, right? Since it seems like we're at the end of the world here on Earth. All right, here we go. The threefold transformation. But what is alchemy? So far, we have traced a channel of transmission from the company of the widow's son, Horus, to the Freemasons of the 18th and 19th century. The question then becomes, what are they transmitting? In the modern mind, alchemy conjures up the image of a misguided proto-madman chemist locked away with his ovens and his retorts in a never-ending quest to make gold from lead. While bubbling off some noxious mercury fumes, he derives hallucinogenic images that are mistaken for knowledge. In this view, the secret knowledge is pure superstition, and the alchemist is a deluded fool. Could such delusions have held the interest of so many brilliant minds over so many centuries, minds like Newton, Da Vinci, and Jung? It seems doubtful. There must have been some concrete goal to all this work. The Isis the Prophetess fragment is in many ways the origin point of alchemy in its modern sense. It is the first text in which mysticism becomes confused with some type of laboratory procedures. In the text, though, it is clear that Isis first imparts a philosophical understanding that conducts a physical operation, and supposedly along with Horus, in order to demonstrate the principle and illustrate her mastery of the process of transmutation. We might even think of this as the alchemical method: revelation, demonstration, and transmutation. The key then becomes the source of the revelation. What is the information? Where is the information coming from? In the Isis fragment, the knowledge comes from a higher order of angel, implying that the higher realm from which it comes is at least at a planetary level. The angel bears the signs of Nuit and Khonsu and is called Aniel. This angel is unique, appearing nowhere else in Hebrew angelology. There is a faint resemblance to the name of the angel of Venus, Hanzael or Aniel. However, this line of conjecture quickly comes to a dead end. Isis is the morning star. Is she learning from herself? It doesn't seem possible. Hang on. It is dry here. Pray for rain. An easy solution, without straining at angelic spellings, is to take the name as it is, Am-El, or the angel of Amun. Amun-Ra is the name of the sun god from Old Egypt. This makes sense than the fragment's Egyptian background, giving us an image of the triple divinity of ancient Thebes. The conclusion is that Isis learned the secrets of alchemy from a complex angelic being who combined the aspects of the star, Nuit, the moon, Khonsu, and the sun, Amun-Ra. The star, moon, sun motif of alchemy may begin here, and these three images play a large role in the future of alchemy. We will see them again on the Henday cross. The Hebrew spelling of the angel gives us a clue to the nature of its composite being. The name spelled in full adds to 1, 2, 3, the number of the three-part name of God. Ah, Yahweh, and Elohim. These are attributed to the top three Sephiroth on the tree of life: Kether, Hokmah, and Bina. If we break the name into Am and El, we get the numbers 91 and 32. These are both references to the tree of life as a whole. The importance of the tree of life to the alchemical secret will be revealed by Fulcanelli in Mystery of the Cathedrals. The angel, this composite being, can be seen as the sum of all knowledge in the revealed tradition, the very spirit of transcendence. But before the angel will share the secret of alchemy with Isis, it swears her to a great oath. Quote, first part of the oath illustrates the creation of the cube of space. As we shall see in ancient and occult sources, the cube of space serves as a matrix for reality. And then the great angel goes, turn the page. I conjure you in the name of Hermes and Anubis, the howling of Kerchorus and the guardian dragon. I conjure you in the name of the boat and its ferryman, Archarontos. I conjure you in the name of the three necessities and the whip and the sword, unquote. Hermes and Anubis are plain enough. Hermes is Thoth or Tahuti, the great scientist magician from Egypt. Anubis is the jackal-headed Egyptian god. These two god forms are also the ones who will preside over the act of judgment at the end of the world. The howling of Kerchoros suggests that Ceres, dog-like form of Greek Valkyrie. Ker is fear or malice, and Choros can be rendered as cross. This makes the oath conjured by the evil cross and the guardian dragon. The boat and the ferryman are the vehicle and the guide, a motif that would later become one of the foundational concepts of several Sufi orders. The three necessities and the whip and the sword suggest countless Masonic initiations. After this oath or initiation, the great being tells Isis the secret. Only nature can overcome nature. Isis demonstrates this to Horus by means of a physical transformative process. The transmutation is successful and she produces the drug, the elixir of the widow. Is this the famous elixir of immortality held so dear by the followers of alchemy? From this, we can determine that the alchemical secret is threefold, or rather, three transformations in one. The inner transmutation involves the refining of psychosexual energies and fluids. The outer is the ability to use these energies to effect transmutations of physical states, including the elements. The third transmutation is that of time itself, from the darkness of the Iron Age to the splendor of the Golden Age. Remember that Isis could not begin the process until the stars were in the proper place. Also, there seems to be a somewhat magical event at the end of the world. There seems to be something wonderful about the end of the world. Hints are given in between the lines. Could the end of the world be some kind of mass initiation for the human race? So that's the end of that section. So when I criticize ascension, that's because I come from, the alchemical tradition, which you can't go into understanding spiritual concepts without the act of initiation. And so initiation is really what everyone should be talking about. How can we initiate ourselves and our others? And we've talked about this in the program Secrets of Light and Dark, about how you need a secret society, a group of friends that will help you in your quest to achieve the alchemical transformation. Another one thing I want to say before we close is that though I agree with 90 to 95% of this book still, there are 5 to 10% that I don't necessarily think is correct anymore, but that's just because there's 20 years plus of research in between the writing of this book and what I know now. And as I go forward, I will correct some of those things. However, there was nothing in this chapter that I would correct. It was just a very cogent and clear chapter, and taking us one more step closer to our understanding of alchemy and the mystery of the esoteric traditions. Anyway, I'm Jay Widener, and I want to really thank you for watching. I really, really appreciate you guys, and I love your comments. I do read everything, and I'll be back with section 5 next week. Thanks for watching Reality Check.